Wow, good morning, Internet. Good morning, Vale. We are here, Last Resort Live, Day 2 coverage of the Burton US Open. Today, the event that has been a big talk of a lot of the riders and a lot of the people in the industry in general, the modified superpipe being brought to the US Open. We've seen a big surge of the modified superpipe this year, and this one's quite interesting. So this morning we're in the women's field. Women's pipe, kind of a wide open, anything could happen, pretty much. I don't know what's going to happen, but we will find out. This is, again, Last Resort Live, your backstage access to the US Open. You get to see what it's like to be a spectator behind the scenes, going through VIP, checking out the riders' tents, stick a mic in people's face that don't even want it, but that's what we're here to do. And a reminder, if there's someone that you feel like I need to talk to, hit me in the comments, okay? Put it in the comments. We'll track them down. We'll do our best, at least, to get a mic in their face and ask the questions that you need within reason, okay? This is not a promise, Internet. I know what you like to do, okay? So we're not playing that game. But, yeah, nice morning. Might see some sun here. I honestly just broke, which I think the riders are going to love. And, yeah, you know, these ladies are kind of just showing up. And we're going to try and maybe go scope. Show them the course. Let's show them the course. Should we go upstairs? Eric, you want to go upstairs? Or
sure.
You want to? All right.
Do it.
I'm joined, of course, by my trusty cameraman, Eric. He's really doing all the hard work out here. Kind of an unsung hero of this whole production, in fact, because now, as you see, he's going to have to walk up these very dangerous stairs with a very heavy camera on his back. I don't envy him. I'm also told right now we have the Vale Ski Patrol doing a classic side slip, pre-contest side slip. Probably the only time a skier actually really gets to hit this half pipe, honestly. And if I'm being completely honest, I feel like they're not even appreciating it. But, you know, doing a necessary service, but there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the modified superpipe here at the Burton US Open. What are we seeing? Well, let's break it down a little bit. I'm being told that these walls are 13 feet high, okay? So some of these young riders especially, this was a Louis Vito point. Some of these riders, especially the young ones, we've got riders that are 13, 14, 15. It's possible that they've never really sessioned such a small halfpipe, 13 feet on the wall. Those tombstone extensions, I'm going to guess from here, making it 15. Super curious to see what's going to go down on those tombstones. And in fact, if you're at home also wanting to see some stuff go down on those tombstones, let us know, okay? Maybe we can track somebody down, give them the hint. You never know, okay? That is the power of the internet, ladies and gentlemen, and we are hoping to utilize it. So what else? We've got the tombstones. Looks like I'm going to guess you can maybe get one more hit, or you're going to want to just launch straight into this kind of hip feature. And we saw a similar hip vibe at the Dew Tour. We saw Danny Davis hitting 900s on him. Will he carry the same energy later today? Hard to say. Of course, from there, going into a more traditional 22-foot wall pipe. A big question probably going to be, how many hits can you get in there? You know, I think between 3 and 4 is what you could expect. And that's where some of the more traditional tricks, of course, are going to go down. I think the real talk of the day is, how do these riders handle the top section? With these new modified pipe courses, very similar to what we saw on the slope course yesterday with the 2/4 pipe features, really mixes up the field, really mixes up the results, what's going to happen. Truly anyone's game here today. Of course, favorites, you know, Maddie Mastro, will she be able to show up? make something happen, hit us with the double in the pipe. We don't know, okay? This was the place she did it last year. Do I think she's going to bust it out in qualies? I wouldn't, but I can't do that trick at all, so I wouldn't really bust it out at any time. Queralt Castellet, an insane year for her. You know, we'd be lying if we didn't say that the women's pipe field had a significant blow with the loss of Chloe Kim, Kelly Clark retiring. So right now it is just kind of this really interesting wide open field. A lot of Japanese riders here today. We've got some Chinese riders here today. We've seen them dominate the contests kind of all year. Big year for Japan in snowboarding in general, and this is going to be no exception at all. Kind of checking the scene up top here. We see some Groms. These are some Groms from the Grand Jam. Probably, I think they rode yesterday. Should we talk to the Groms? Groms, can we talk? Okay, I know one of these Groms. This is Noah. Noah Avalon. Hey, how are we doing, bud?
Good.
But
Awesome.
you guys, what's your name?
Beckett.
Beckett.
The Priest.
Love it.
Haley Bogart.
Haley Bogart. Okay, you guys competed yesterday in the Junior Jam?
Yep. Yeah, 2 days ago.
I saw you stage diving last night, true or false?
Yeah. Yeah, they forced me.
They forced you to stage dive.
Yeah.
Who?
Kaylee, her sister, my friend Alessandra, everyone, yeah.
Popping off at the Luke Matrani concert. You guys like Luke Matrani? Good artist?
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, he's from the East Coast, too.
I didn't go.
You didn't go. You missed the crowd surfing where you...
That would have been dope. That was really fun. I regret not going. I wanted to. I got forced into doing it. Yeah, my parents kind of didn't let me go.
Dang. Beckett's parents. Come on, man. They were crowd surfing last night, and he missed it. All right, we're going to go check out the riders' meeting. Some Groms from the US Open, a vital part of the scene here. You guys keep shredding. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Sorry you didn't make it last night. I'm so sorry.
Your parents didn't see that.
This is another moment to highlight Eric and his excellent camera work, okay? Because I almost just fell down the stairs, and I'm not carrying anything. So, being told that right now we are heading into the riders' meeting, okay? Once again, do they love cameras in the riders' meeting? I don't think so. Is this Last Resort Live, the behind-the-scenes look at the US Open? Yes, it is. So we're going to try and go in. Me and Eric are just going to work our way in there. We're going to make it happen for you, Internet. After you, Eric. Okay, and we're in. Just like that. Fly on the wall situation during the riders' meeting. What to be expected? I don't know, but for a second, we'll just listen up.
Pretty good? I gotta wait for him now.
Seems to be a slight delay as we have to wait for Henry Jackson to finish talking on the main stream.
All right, ladies, real quick. Welcome again. I probably said this 6 times this week, but welcome to the 38th Annual US Open. My name is Sandy McDonald. I am the Chief of Competition here. First and foremost, again, welcome to the big show. Congratulations on making it. Just some housekeeping stuff to let you guys know. First and foremost, we're not just giving away money and prizes for, first, second, third. We've also got our Cliff Best Line Award, which is an Instagram edit in the upper part or wherever you want on Vail Mountain. We've got Rookie of the Year, which is $5,000 for both male and females. And we've got Rider's Choice, which you guys will be voting for your peers. So please read the rules. The down in reds are on the rider book. And vote for your peers. I think everybody's got their bibs on forward now, but everybody look down and make sure they've got a yellow Burton logo across the front. Because that's the front, as it turns out. I have no idea. But, just Little stuff, everybody look up here, there's a camera and a microphone. Don't say anything in here or in the start gate you wouldn't want to go out to potentially 100 million viewers worldwide. We're taking 6 of you to finals. If you go on to look at your scores, they're going to be right down here at all times. Please don't try and load YouTube videos or anything on the computer, because then I have to come and mess with it. It's fun.
Big no-no, trying to use the computer. Found that one out yesterday.
Link from Red Bull TV. It's not spam. It's actually a link to all of your clips from this week that you're allowed to do whatever you want with. So that's really, really cool. Our first drop is going to be at 10:01. Please be on time. Where's Jay? Jay's your starter. You've seen him all week. He's an awesome guy. And yeah, listen to him. Does anybody have any questions? Awesome. Well, have fun, be safe, and welcome to the show.
Exactly 5 minutes to first drop, guys. So first,
And there you have it, okay? The curtain unveiled from the riders' meeting. Key points include there are other prizes up for grabs here at the US Open. Beyond the competition, there is the Cliff Best Line. I think that's like 10 grand. A lot of money. A lot of money. And you can film that anywhere. My goal, I would look for a gigantic cliff. That's what I would do. To be determined whether or not I find that. Also, Rookie of the Year, we've been talking to last year's Annika Morgan, Luke Winkleman. We've spoken with both of them. Who will take it this year? Hard to say. Some of those Groms up there, probably not. But I guess we're getting started in about 5 minutes here. And maybe we try and go outside, talk to somebody, or maybe even hit Maddie beforehand. Let's get Maddie. Maddie, can we talk? Yes.
Walked right into that.
Yes, Maddie, sorry, you did. Walked right into it. This is Last Resort Live. We're live.
Hi.
Right now.
Hi friends. Hi live.
Hey, everyone at home. Maddie, right before the competition. Kind of this new format we're seeing up top. How are you feeling about it? And you can be honest.
It was at first a little challenging. The rhythm didn't really quite match up with my expectations with what I wanted to do, but today I'm feeling a lot better about it.
What do you got in mind for the tombstone? That's my big question the internet's asking.
I just want to see if I can make it to the top of it. That's my goal. I want to get to the top of the tombstone.
Respect. And I've also got to ask, is there a need to put it all out here in qualifiers, or are you holding on to some gas in the tank?
Gas is definitely going to be in the tank.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to leave a little bit in there.
Okay.
We're not going to be running on empty for finals. We're going to have some gas in the tank.
And can we get any sort of preview of your pre-drop ritual? I know you've got like kind of
I was just thinking about that this morning. I've simplified it. Now I just blow away all the scariness.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
Very, very
Incredible.
spiritual. Yeah, that's deep. That's serious.
You heard it here. Maddie, good luck out there. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
we'll speak again as the week goes.
Yeah, no doubt.
Maddie Mastro, you're last year's champion. Okay. Whew. Felt an energy coming off that, okay? I felt an energy. Hard to say what's going to happen, but she says she's got some gas in the tank. We'll see. Maybe she goes dub. I don't know. Hits a quick canned water, though. Drops have made it in. Of course, we have the viewing TV screen here. This is where the riders silently sit, maybe judge each other a little, you know. They're given the little course preview. 69 feet wide half pipe. That is respectable, a respectable number. Kind of a, quick vibe, maybe eat a Cliff Bar, maybe stretch, maybe get on the bike. We don't know. But is it a little hot in here? It is. So maybe we go back outside, because this is part of it here. At the US Open, you go inside the rider's tent, you get too hot. You start to sweat, and then you have to leave, okay? So that's, maybe we can find Queralt. I would love to find Queralt. All right, let's do this, Eric.
Wait, back in.
Oh, Sorry, Eric. God, should have been better about opening that door. No sign of Queralt, but I'll tell you, the temperature, much better. Maybe we can try and get into the drop-in gate. Just a quick, casual, quick Burton legend over here, Hazy. Let's take a talk with Hazy real quick. Hey. Hazy is one of the few people in the snowboard industry that I can look up to.
I look up to you.
Yeah.
Very cool. It should be that way. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, get up, Hazy. I don't want to hurt your knees. You're old, man.
Thanks. Thanks.
Hazy, you come all the way to the US Open.
As a tourist.
As a tourist.
Yes.
How does it feel to be here in the big US watching the whole big contest, the big show?
Well, it's great to be in the States, of course. You know, the land of the free. Great. No, it's great, actually. You know, US Open is always like worth a trip. Good times, fun times, seeing cool people like you, hanging out with the best snowboarders in the world. They're enjoying good snowboard sessions. Great mountain. What else do you want?
Now, last year you had kind of an iconic Instagram clip here. Are you going to throw down and try and show the people what you're made of this year as well?
Follow me on Instagram. You'll figure it out the next 5 hours.
I was looking up here. There's actually some, like, straight pow behind.
Straight through from the junior jam, getting an opportunity to compete in the semifinal with a chance to make the final. You know, this is what the Open's all about right here.
So coming through the junior jam, Sunny Alba, 13 years old, dropping in. She will be the first rider to drop in at the U.S. Open for the halfpipe competition. That is a tall order. And, you know, this halfpipe is different. It's different than what we've seen in the past. Louis, you've ridden modified halfpipes like this. What's your take on it?
Whatever you come in thinking, just throw it out the window because you don't know what to expect until you get here. I mean, this is completely different course than we've ever ridden. No matter what modified pipe, if you've ridden it or you haven't, it's always different. And that's what I love. You just got to let your creative juices flow. And, you know, Sunny's been so great to watch because she's so young. And winning the junior jam, it gives...
Competing. She's Burton Ripper, yes. What do you think she's feeling focused? Have you seen her?
She is insane. Like, she's actually a really tough lady. She doesn't give a f about being a little injured. She's giving it all. She's going for it for sure.
Incredible. Well, Hazy, you know what?
Stan?
Such a pleasure to see you.
Likewise.
The kind of people that you get to see at the U.S. Open. Hazy, we'll see you out there. We're going to try and see the first drop, you know. Quick pre-first drop meditation. Feeling good. And it's about to begin, people. The tension before the first drop. You can, of course, tell the course workers by their matching Burton outerwear. We did a full-on fashion breakdown yesterday, but if you need a reminder, Eric's wearing it in case the camera ever gets to him, but it is a nice purple and teal. So, stunning looks all around here at the U.S. Open. 50s. Yeah, Zoe. How are we feeling?
Pretty good. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay, you know. Any pre-anxieties before dropping in, or do you feel like you've got this thing sewn up?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling really good.
Good. You know, the 13-foot section, when was the last time you would say you rode a 13-foot mini pipe?
Probably at home in Michigan when I was 8, I would say. So, yeah.
Were you able to channel any of that 8-year-old riding in Michigan?
No, I'm trying to channel it. It's just coming through slowly, so we'll see.
Okay. Was that a rope tow vibe, or were we hiking or chairlift?
Yeah, there's a rope tow vibe for sure. Yeah.
No rope tow here at the U.S. Open, unfortunately.
They need one, I swear. I'll chip.
Okay, well, I don't want to distract you too hard before you run, but honestly, good luck. Sorry. Incredible athleticism at its finest. Here at the U.S. Open, Last Resort Live, Eric is going to work his way. Maybe I should block for him. Work our way through here, so sorry. And fourth wall is broken. We are on the drop-in ramp. This, imagine, ladies and gentlemen, about to drop in Nice little crowd at the bottom. You can maybe hear Henry Jackson's nice, soothing British voice off in the distance. And you are about to drop in and show the world what you are made of. This is no small feat. If you are just tuning in, of course, I'm Stan Leveille. This is Last Resort Live. I've got my trusty cameraman, Eric, with me. An all-terrain vehicle, if you will. This guy goes everywhere. Watch out for this Red Bull can. You literally almost destroyed yourself. But in true Eric fashion, saves the day. We are at Vail, of course, the Burton US Open. And this is kind of the behind-the-scenes look at the US Open, the side that you might not normally get to see. Not the broadcast. Just look at right down there, legendary photographer Blotto. Shot, I don't know, 1 million covers, 1,000 ads. If you've seen a shot in snowboarding that you're truly in love with, there's a honest to goodness potential that man took it. Of course, over here we see Scott Barber. Scott, let's talk to him, honestly. Or would you like to stay still, Eric? It's up to you. You're good to come, okay. This is Scott Barber, another behind-the-scenes guy, kind of an important filmer, films a lot of your favorite riders. Danny Davis. Danny Davis is my favorite rider, so that was the first one that I came with. Scott, how are we feeling this morning?
Fantastic. Excited for hopefully more sun. Can I get an amen on that?
Okay, first drop. This is one thing we have unequivocally learned here at the US Open. First drop is a scary place to be, okay? The judges, they're going to be harsh and you're mellow. Sorry, stepping over wires here. Scott Barber, everyone. I left him, but great filmer. If you know him, you know how incredible he truly is. Wow. Quick back nine at the end there, so I kind of maybe missed. This is part of the US Open. You might miss some things, but we're going to take a quick 5. You know, I can't just be huffing and puffing this whole time, but this is Last Resort Live. Stay with us. We're going to keep talking about what's going on. We're going to run through run ones. Take a quick break. We'll be right back. Maybe I'll get a poach in. I don't know.
Making our way back up to the top right now. Zoe Klappa, 25 start and a US Open title. Local girl.
Sending bid 5-7. Get it, Zoe, it's your pipe.
Yazoo!
Hit 5-6 in the start house, camera right. Tell me your name one more time. Jay. Jay, that's right. Danny. And that's Kevin. Jay, Kevin, Jay. Oh, shoot, sorry. Oh, I didn't. You're good.
Where are you taking those?
Front side 7, 20 was able to get that along to the round. In a 67 for her score. Nice, Zoe. 67 on run one. Talked about
But somebody that also can.
that allows down one good run.
The extra. Yeah.
Ready for our coming out of Canada.
Rough Rider.
Your champion last year. Now this year she's been in the pro race at her next meeting. 2-12 this year over in Aspen, Pennsylvania. Coming out of Canada. 20 years of age. Drop it in. Looks like he's going to be coming into the safe zone there with the front set air. And then it's alley-oop. Gonna make her way now. Going low to high entry into the big pipe. Here's a look at that method air. She's gonna link that right to a frontside 540. Going back to back with the 5. Gonna try to get one last one in. There you go, the crippler 7. So just a little bit of a washout at the end there, but opportunity to keep this up with 2 on the performance. Yeah, small mistake there. Feel heavy.
She over here?
Don't know yet.
Bib 39.
Ruby Scotty.
Do we have a bib 39? She over there?
Back.
Where's our next rider? Right there. She needs to hustle up. She's coming in on camera right. Step over it. He's in the tent.
Hey, Stan.
Wow. Eric, I've missed you. I gotta say, I really have. We've come back into the riders' tent. You know, it's a whole mix-up. You know, the first riders kind of taking their first runs. We've seen a couple makes, but we're just getting warmed up here. Much of the riders waiting in angst. We've had 3 runs go down. Leilani Etel kind of in the start gate right now. How are we feeling? I had a feeling this might happen. There's a unknown quick interview, but it's going to be tough in here today. General panic as I put a mic in everyone's face here. Hi. Are you feeling good? The feeling is good in here. The feeling is good in the Riders Lounge. You know, little pre-pipe energy. It's warm in here. And if you are just tuning in, of course, this is Last Resort Live with Stan at the Burton US Open. Your behind-the-scenes look at what is going on here at this contest, what it feels like to be roaming around behind the scenes. We're in the riders' tent. We are at, of course, women's halfpipe. All new this year, the modified superpipe, equipped with 13-foot walls and about a 15-foot tombstone extension. Haven't seen a hand plant go down on it quite yet. Leilani Etel signing autographs at the bottom, though. I gotta say, autograph signings a high here at the U.S. Open. Some of the most autograph signings you really ever do see. But it is a beautiful day. I think the sun's broken. I actually also just got word that Jiayu Lau actually did drop out, our Dew Tour winner. That's obviously going to leave the door a little bit even wider open than it was before. You know, will Maddie be able to come in, stick that double? Queralt Castellet, of course, a big discussion as well. You know, something interesting about this is these ladies are really showing us for the first time what's going to happen in this pipe. It's really the world at large's first look. Of course, these riders have been practicing for a couple days, but first run's just getting laid down. Front five in there, into a back five, you know, okay. That is nice, as is the temperature in here, as we are day 2 live, last resort, women's half pipe, joined by a slew of riders from the Japanese team and the Chinese team who, quite frankly, I think don't want to talk to me. And I understand it, okay? I am weird looking and threatening, and I get it. I'm tall as well, and my eyes, what's up with them? I don't know, okay? I was born this way. There's nothing I can really do about it, you know? But it's a waiting game in here as we work our way through the course. You know what? In fact, let's take us outside. Let's go back to the top vantage point. As unseen, good luck. All right, Eric. Eric works his way through the dangerous, crowded. So sorry, guys. Coming out. Oh, Grom's coming in. Eric coming out. Oh, okay. There we go. And back to the top we will go. The exciting bird's eye view of the pipe. Rarely seen. How will Eric conquer these stairs? Part 2 happening live. Okay, and we are back at the top with what has to be the best view of this pipe. We will probably be posted up here most of the week. Undeniable. Beautiful up here. Oh, wow. If I believe that's Scotty Lego right there. Olympian. Let's talk to him. Surprise interview, Scotty Lego.
What?
We are live on the web. Scotty,
oh my gosh.
How are we feeling? Haven't seen you out here. What's the vibe? Tell me everything.
I don't know. I just rolled in yesterday, and I'm trying to figure that out myself. I just watched two of the girls go down, trying to pick out a fun line that I might like to ride.
Will you be getting out there?
I'm not competing. No.
Maybe a little poach.
Yeah, maybe a little poaching. I actually registered to poach. That's the first time for me registering to poach.
You can register to vote. You can also register to
poach. Yeah.
Now, as an avid hunter,
yeah, poaching. I know.
Poaching is kind of a touchy
subject. Right. Exactly. Yeah. So, funny thing is, one of the local New Hampshire game wardens was out here yesterday, and I wanted to let him know that I was going to be poaching, but I didn't want to associate myself with that word. You know.
Wow. Yeah. That is respect, and you got to watch yourself as someone with the hunter clout that you have. You know? So I wouldn't want to even think about messing with that. What are you looking out for this week? You're someone who knows a lot about contests like this. Not only have you competed in them, you've more recently been working them. What do you hope to see? The homies show up? I mean, you've got a bunch of friends in this thing.
Yeah. You know, it's always a pleasure to watch Danny Davis and Scotty James. I want to see if Scotty can, go for his, what number is he going for in a row?
No, he lost.
Oh, he did? Oh.
Big topic of discussion. He lost just before this. It's like he didn't even have to go. He could have missed it and showed up here with a clean record, but he's now taking his first loss in 2 years.
Well, respect him to, put it all on the line and go for it, Yeah. As long as he brings his Sunday, red mitts, his Aussie boxing mitts, and I think he should be, pretty solid.
Yeah, I hope to get an interview with his mittens, actually. Just the mittens. Not maybe him, but honestly, his mittens get a lot of action as well with the high fives down the deck, like they're getting a lot of play too. So anyway, Scotty, I'm sure we'll see you. I'm just live too, so I might even just be a little over here.
Exactly.
But I don't want to have to just pester you all day.
That's fine. If you're, got a lag time, come on over here and we'll chat it up.
Okay.
All right, we'll keep it fresh.
Okay. Scotty Lego, everyone.
What are we? We're on Red Bull TV right now?
We're on Red Bull. Last Resort Live, it's called.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Imagine that.
I'm a big fan.
I imagine that. Last Resort Live, it is on Red Bull Snow. But of course, if you do want to check the full action stream, don't forget, Red Bull TV is also showing you the action. So we're kind of the alternative stream here.
Nice.
That's how
Behind
I
the
get
scenes.
labeled now. I get the alternative stream.
Yeah.
I'm like the...
No, it's good. I like this vantage point up here. You know what I mean? This is the first time for me looking down over the riders. It's more of a dominating type thing. You know what I mean? Like, good luck.
Yes, that's true. We really do get to look down on all of these riders. But yeah, so far, what have we seen? We've seen a couple runs. I've honestly been in the riders' tent. I've been running around. Have you seen any stomps, any laces?
Yeah, I just saw, I don't know who it was, to be quite honest, but I just saw a female throw one down and put one down. I kind of blacked out in the middle of the run, but I saw the claim at the end, so I know it was successful for her.
Yes.
So I'm very, very proud of her.
Sometimes that's all you really need, to see the end reaction, and then you'll know what's going on.
I'll
But
tell you what, you do get some extra bonus points if you claim it at the bottom.
yes, you claim it at the bottom, that's
You
an
get
extra
one
point.
extra point for sure, because you let the judges know, you know what, that was the one I wanted.
Yes.
And boom.
Yeah. Perfect.
Everyone has their signature move, you know what I mean? Danny Cass used to do the... Stephen Fisher did the bow. We have... I don't know. Yeah, that's all I can think of.
That's two more than I could have.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Last Resort Live. If you want to check out the action, head on over to Red Bull TV right now. We're going to take a short break until second run. We don't want to tire ourselves too much. Eric's got a long week. Until second run, Last Resort Live, Scotty Lego just with me. We'll see you soon.
New leader, that was one of the best runs we've seen today. She's going to be really happy with that.
You said it, Louie. You said, watch out for Ruki Tamita.
I've seen her doing these nines, and she was so young, wasn't really competing at any of the big contests, and I was like, it's only a matter of time, because her frontside nine, she can do large, and she can even do better than that, and that was amazing.
Yeah, that was a great first run. I like the alley-oop. I'm a fan. Nice little alley-oop, and we're going to get another look at that frontside 900, getting that grab, spotting her landing, just coming around, putting a hand down quickly, backside 540. Nice frontside 7 with the grab.
Yeah, she gets that grab so solid. And, the judges really look to see do they get the grab, and then do they hold on to the grab?
Because there's a difference.
Big difference. It's not just slapping it or letting go and whipping out. She holds it and makes sure that she's like, look, I'm grabbing it, I'm pulling it, and I'm holding it.
You know what I love, too, about the U.S. Open is all the kids down there. You've been there, Louie. You've been there, Kelly, where you're like, sign this. And these could be the potential riders that we see down the road in the halfpipe finals.
I mean, I was a U.S. Open spectator long before I was a competitor. I'd come and get autographs.
And why not would you want to get her autographs? You just scored an 81, is now our new leader.
So Ruki Tamita now sets the new mark, an 81, puts her into the lead with those beautiful frontside 900s. All right, Mitsuki Ono, 15 years old, another young Japanese rider who is just making her way up the ranks. She came through the junior jams, won in 17, in 18. I remember seeing her drop in at just the age of 13, and she was dropping and switch to those big 22-foot half pipes.
So she's a regular footed rider, getting ready for her first run here in semifinals.
Here's regular footer Mitsuki Ono from Japan dropping in.
Heading into the 13-foot wall, perhaps getting a little tap on the tombstone with another alley-oop. Setting up for the entry, pumping into the 22-foot wall with a frontside 720, heading switch into the cab 7.
cruising hard.
Yeah.
This is the perfect place for it.
I love it.
Hey, happy belated birthday, Maddie. Celebrated her birthday 2 days ago. Celebrated 87.6. Bumps her into first place. Yes, Maddie, 87.6. You're a new leader. And like you said,
Drop rider. Thank God. TTL. She ain't here. What happened? What's that? No, she just completed. Where's that card? Oh, was that you? Was she in Calgary? She was in Calgary.
Once I start moving,
yeah, I think one thing that you guys see up for before is it's all right.
Yeah, get it. You guys should go get some lunch. Like, before Maddie comes back.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, the hit the final hit
We'll be moving on to run number 2 on right now, bubble position. Everybody go with the time to be moving on. Queralt Castellet sitting in the straight straight. Quack. And again, if you're just joining us, the 2020 Burton US Open Snowboarding our third Colorado, World right now we're going to go check in with the third member of our team, Henry Jackson. What do you got for us, bud? Pretty good. Does anybody have a number? All right, Henry, thank you so much. So there you go. Maddie Mastro. Maddie, I got you Thursday, all day. I want to make sure you guys check out the ride on the snowboarding exhibit going on today, Thursday, 4:30 p.m. down at the Burton store in Lion's Head. You can check out, there's going to be some pro riders down there for Burton, and you can check out some of the most iconic boards in our history for Burton Carpenter's personal collection. And the other cool thing is an all ages event. They're going to have some mocktails, they're going to have a little live going on. So go check that out. Burton store in Lion's Head. Ride on the snowboarding exhibit. 4:30 p.m. tonight. 4:30 p.m. Lion's Head is market number 4. Wonderful race. All right now we're going to talk to Roy Parker. We'll be back with more from Burton US Open. Everybody up here to Golden State of this modified pipe. This is semi-final Thursday here for modified pipe. This is all Central State for Saturday final.
stoke, which is always one of these days of the business. We've got the guys coming up to town and we're both for the start time for the next time. But if you just join us, we believe it's the first of 2 runs out of here for the winner. Saturday's finals of the about 1 minute? Yes, next year, run, I'm going to do away with the Thank you. That is a backside air. Big portion, lofting a backside air.
Oh, wow. All right, Eric. Loving the top angle, but let's get this thing off the sticks.
Nine, stomping it clean.
So I was in New Zealand, and she was kind of riding by herself, and I saw this back nine, and I was like, whoa, that is a really good back nine. So I had to meet her. We started talking, and that was the back nine that I saw in New Zealand that made me just jaw dropped on that.
You know, it's so funny on those big tricks, you almost kind of go on autopilot and you let your board run a little bit, and I think that's just what she did there. Carried a lot of speed into that backside air right there, and she controlled her speed into the front five. But here's that back nine. She just lets her board run. Great access on that. Comes right around.
I love the way she rode away from that too.
Yeah, double fist pump.
You're sitting just outside of the bubble, but that hand plant had to feel good.
Yeah, I just try to do some, there is a mini pipe, so I just thought you can't just ride it like we're riding the big pipe. You gotta add some creativity, like you gotta rock it,
Yes.
That's what I thought it was all about, and that's what it is.
Yes, I agree. You rocked it. When you were training in the mini pipe, when was the last time that you rode a pipe kind of this small in size?
We actually never got to ride pipes like this, apart from like at the very end of the season, and that's when the pipes have like mini pipes and have stuff like features to ride and have fun like this, and that's when we have time to ride features like that. So yeah, it just reminds me this time, so it's fun.
Yes. So coming in second run, you're just outside of the bubble. Anything that you're bubbling on, any top secret stuff you want to let the viewers at home know about?
Well, I'm just gonna go and do my thing and step it up a little bit and clean it up and make sure that I do a good run in a second.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you, Queralt. We're wishing you luck.
Thank you so
I'm sure
much.
we'll see you the rest of the week. Queralt Castellet. All right, Eric. Again, we've got a ski patrol here in case you fall down the stairs, okay? So this guy is here for our own safety. This is Eric's third run. We will be scoring it. And down. In the field, okay? The background before second runs drop. A lot of bibs, a lot of unknowns. Who do we have? Not gonna lie, 12 riders in this field. People are spread out, okay? This is the last resort live behind the scenes, okay? Sometimes all we have is Neil, the Burton social media guy.
Thanks, Dan.
Yes. There's Maddie over here. Looks like her interview setup that she's in right now looks slightly more important than mine, which, oh, no, let's get her. Maddie, wow.
Did I make it to the top? Not yet, no, I know. Don't, yeah.
Well, okay, how did it feel, though? How's first impressions on the way that pipe's riding? First time anyone at home has seen it. How you feeling?
Good. It was good foundation. We're good. Building blocks.
Are we stepping it up? Are we trying to lace the same run a little sicker? What are we thinking?
That's a great question. I don't know. We're gonna have to ask coach, because I don't know what I want to do quite yet.
Okay. And the blowing away of the problems, that was effective.
See it? Yeah, it was there.
It was
I did
effective.
it. Yeah, it was effective.
That's
Clears the
good.
brain.
How many hits do you think it's possible to get in this top section here?
2. 3 if you're squeaking her. Well, that's squeaky.
Real squeaky.
Yeah. So
Okay.
2.
So you're feeling good after the first run?
Yeah.
Looking, are you? Who's behind you? Like who are you looking over your shoulder at? Kind of like, oh gosh, you know?
I haven't looked.
Okay. Wow. Inspirational, determined. We appreciate that a lot.
So
Okay.
that was the honest answer.
That's good.
Yeah.
But you're sitting on top right now.
That's good.
That's good. We like that.
We
Okay.
like that. That's a vibe.
You know, this is not the last time someone with a microphone is going to ask, are we feeling double? Did we try it or what?
I think that's the little little gas in the tank.
Yeah.
That's the gas in the tank.
The
honestly.
aforementioned gas in the tank that we spoke about earlier, the saving for the finals. Really, it must be nice, though. You don't have, there's only kind of, if I'm wrong here, but I think there's only like 4 or 5 people that aren't going to make it here today. So you're.
Yeah, it's a harsh cut. it's a harsh cut, honestly.
Yeah, it is. So, yeah, but you're feeling pretty good, sitting in a good spot. Mellow this run or harder? You tell me.
I don't know. You tell me, Stan. I don't know yet. I'm gonna.
I'd say slightly above. Like just take it.
I think I could. Honestly, there's improvement on the method. I got kind of squirrely on it. It was kind of weak sauce.
Okay.
So.
Weak sauce. Yeah.
Probably do that a little bit better.
Okay.
And then I don't know. Maybe the same. I don't know. We haven't thought that far yet, Stan.
I appreciate that, honestly. A lot of these runs, they seem so calculated. It's honestly very refreshing to speak with you and realize, you know what? I just don't know yet, Stan, so why don't you leave me alone?
No, it's fine. It honestly is fine. It's forcing me to think about what I'm going to actually do. But yeah, I honestly just don't know yet.
Okay. Well, Maddie, thank you so much.
Always
Great
a
run.
pleasure.
Yes, we will see you much more this week, I'm sure.
Hopefully.
Now, as we can also see, we're wave goodbye. 82, that's our second place right there. Okay. And, of course, Alex Andrews. You might know him from snowboarding the streets, okay? You might know. Oh, my God. Wow. There is a big sighting right here. That was my genuine reaction when I saw Sal. Just
want to touch hearts.
Yeah. Wow.
Warm hearts, cold steel. That's where it's at.
This is how you show up. If you wanted to know how to show up to the US Open in style, this is it, okay? The boots all the way up to, those are Gucci shades, are they not? Those are Gucci shades. Those are Gucci shades. Okay, that is life, baby. Sal Masekela, the spirit of the US Open.
He's supposed to be doing stuff.
He's doing like, yeah, I pulled him up. Look, he's got a whole light set up and yeah.
Welcome back to the Rebel Tennis Series. I am your host, Sal Masekela. We are in
Wow.
beautiful.
That's the moment you live for at the US Open right there, running into Sal Masekela. Okay. But yes, starting a little bit of a pause here before run 2. You heard it from Maddie Mastro, you know, she laid down 1, was feeling okay about it. Is she going to juice it up for the second? We don't know. I could sense Queralt feeling a little stressed. Let's go over to the drop-in gate. Let's see if we can't find someone to talk to us in the drop-in gate.
You see their jacket? Read the jacket.
Oh. Wow. Okay, here we have a Burton US Open Marshal, as we can tell by the jacket. Department of Radicalized Maneuvers. He's got a little slugman in this hand and a shred rod in that one. And of course the 3 pillars of any US Open event: difficulty, style, and amplitude. Kind of a rule to live by here at the US Open. Looking at the US Open course marshal. Crowded around. How's everybody feeling? Feeling good? Everyone's good. Okay, that's an unequivocal yes.
Oh, yes.
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 Japanese coach answering for us, pretty much. And we are back at the drop-in gate, Eric. One of the nice parts about our live broadcast here is Eric is actually wearing what looks like a Wi-Fi router in his backpack, and we get to just be completely live. None of these cords here that you're seeing. You almost caught our field producer, Josh, kind of a man behind the scenes here. The man behind the camera, you know, without him, this whole thing would be a mess. All right, so we're about to get a drop in. I'm gonna have to pull out my handy dandy cheat sheet, okay? I know everyone at home thinks I just know everything, which I should have known this one. Haruna Matsumoto dropping in. Okay, coming in a little regular into the tube zone. Oh, kind of a stylish little tail block thing. Kind of a front one heading in. Will she take it switch into the pipe? That's important. Goes back regular. Now we are in the main event. Falls on a 7? My eyes aren't that good, okay, and that gets far away in the bottom of the pipe. Here we have another situation. Rigs of the US Open, camera rigs, all sorts of stuff. We've got this guy with the traditional wire. You know, this is nice. This is the behind-the-scenes stuff you don't always get to see. This is, I like to call this guy Wire Guy. That's what I call him when I'm at the bar with him. But yeah, another actually fun thing that you don't always get to see when you're up top on this angle is right to our right is the slope course. So when you're up top here, you can actually also peer over and catch some sneak previews of what might happen tomorrow in slope. You know, I saw Zoe Sinat out here. I saw Dusty, yesterday's champion. Honestly, based on what I saw, it looks like tomorrow could be a little mental. But yes, of course, if you are just tuning in, again, I am Stan Leveille. This is Last Resort Live, the behind-the-scenes look, all-access pass to the US Open, okay? All of your other streams, if you want to check the action, go to Red Bull TV's main stream. But if you want a more clandestine, behind-the-scenes look at what's going on, stick with me, honestly. Hang out with me for a while. Okay, rookie. This is our second place right here. This is the person who stands to take that first place away from Maddie Mastro. Honestly, it's been a little bit of a competition for a little while. She's got the run. She could do it. But as we saw just recently, Maddie Mastro's feeling pretty fun, pretty loose. Couple important things you got to think about before a drop in. Swiping off the snow on your board. Gotta let the sponsors be seen, okay? What is this all for if we're not making the sponsors happy? Reminder, we are at the Burton US Open. And this is Red Bull TV. Making it all possible for me, Stan Leveille, the editor of Snowboarder Magazine, to come out here and just talk to you guys live. Letting you know what happens. Looking up at the people, trying to look down on me. Maybe a couple waves. No one's really engaging with me. Oh, we got one. Okay, so that was nice. All right, rookie, again, what have we seen up at the top? The ladies kind of, you can tell, still figuring out this top zone. We've seen some people kind of jib the top of the tombstone, just straight up air out of it. And we saw Queralt do a hand plant below it. I would love to see Queralt hit a hand plant on the tombstone itself. Hip feature also giving some people some trouble. Describing the scene a little bit here. Good weather, warmer than yesterday, and the distant echoing voice of Henry Jackson. The British announcer, you would recognize his voice anywhere, honestly. What is Rookie thinking before this run? I'm going to guess. Wow, I hope I stomp. That's what I would be thinking. And I think that's something she has the capability of doing here today.
Is there a wind factor?
Yeah, so as we can see, we can get a look at the wind here as Rookie is about to drop, but that's kind of what we're dealing with. Nothing too crazy. But honestly, once you're starting to get up on the amplitude, of course, we have the 20-foot marker down there. I think Maddie's method was pretty boosted as a highlight. Okay, Rookie's dropping in. Our second place. Sitting pretty comfortably to make it to finals at this point. But hopefully she still turns it on. Heading into the tombstone. Quick little tail caress. Alley-oop. Skipping out on the hip feature as she heads into the main pipe. Quick air in. Wow. Rookie showing up for run 2 in a big way. Not so many inverts, though, as we can see. Maddie Mastro went for a much more inverted approach. Rookie taking the flat spin route. It's a battle as old as contest time. But for now, you know, while we hang out, we're gonna take just the quickest breather, little quick reset, try and find out where some of these ladies are. Again, this is Last Resort Live. To check out all the action, head on over to Red Bull TV. Eric, let's take a quick break.
何点
88.5 です。はい。
1位。
すげえ。
やられたらやられそうだよ。すごいね。 Just eyes wide open. Don't take anything for granted. Get in there and have some fun, okay? Feel it out, see what you can do.
Should I do run?
No.
Should I do run?
No. Like I said, like, let's do tombstone.
Tombstone, so I'm going to do alley-oop, method, air, curve. I think that's what I prefer to do.
Yep. No, for sure. Do that. Yeah. Definitely. Good, you earned it, Terry.
Air.
Try to do
it
I gotta watch this swing. Each time, like,
just like stick to it, better more.
You're good. You have the feeling for it. Just keep getting more comfortable with it. More comfortable.
Tell Stan we switched up plans.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good.
Okay.
I signed every single one of those kids' banners.
Did you?
Pretty much. That's why I was gone for so long.
What you should be doing. Massive.
Alright, we're faster, we're stronger.
Bite. Let's see some bite.
Luxury of dropping to the final. That is the strategy of qualifying first in the second. You get to get the last drop. The shade is creeping up. Nice and air here into the 20. Beautiful method. Beautiful method. All right, I'm going to say that's our best method so far. To the front side there.
Wow, welcome back. Last Resort Live. Eric, God, I was worried about you out there for a sec. You're just tuning in, of course, Stan Leveille. Show 1 of day 2, women's modified pipe. What just happened? Well, Ruki was able to sneak in and take that first place. Judges favoring a consistent run of flat spins. Maybe over Maddie's more inverted run. We did just talk to Maddie. She said she's going same run, so maybe she can lay it down better. Little scene report, of course. Look who has shown up. Mark Clavin, our online editor and photographer. Second run, putting a card in his camera. Clavin, how do you do it?
Just, a lot of hard work, a lot of execution, prompt.
We, of course, the men's show is a little later. The men are starting to slowly show up. I'm going to try. I had eyes on some. Where's Zoe? Oh, Zoe. Zoe, how'd it feel? What are we thinking? Tell it all. Break it down for me.
I'm breaking it down. I am feeling good. Was feeling better last run, but still great.
Okay. Anything that a mentality you need to be taking, moving forward? Anything you need to tell the people at home? Did you leave the stove on? Anything that you can think of?
I'm just going to tell you, get into your mini pipe in the Midwest. Wherever you are, just get into it and get going now.
Get into your mini pipe. That is the secret of the future. All right. Well, thank you so much. We're wishing you luck. We're rooting.
Thanks. Bye, guy.
There's a Toby Miller over there kind of wandering off. Should we? Oh, he's on his way to the bathroom. Porta potty's very far on the pipe course, just so you know, okay? If you're coming up here and you feel like you might have to be, do it before, okay? There is, let's kind of maybe go up to the top and do a sign-off. I see some competitors up there. And we will, of course, be putting Eric through the gauntlet one more time. The stairs of death to the top of the super pipe. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Here he is, the person that we have been looking for, Nick Baden.
Wow.
Wow, Nick Baden, we are live right now, so you can say hi to anyone at home, give a quick wave, quick shout out.
Hello, everyone at home.
Thank you, Nick. Now, Nick Baden is kind of a secret wild card competitor in the men's contest, which will be coming later.
Keyword competitor.
Keyword competitor. Nick, how have you prepared for this moment?
What have I been doing? I don't know.
I did see him up a little late last night, okay? One could argue maybe it's his own approach. Has there been any sort of friendly smack talking with people like Ben Ferguson here?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff might you be saying to them?
Not friendly stuff. Like you said, it's a competition, so we're out here to win. And so is he. So it's a battle.
Yes.
You know?
You heard it here first. This is, of course, Nick Baden. You're going to want to keep an eye out for him. Shout out Click Worldwide. The beanies that everyone is talking about. And Nick, we're going to see you later, I'm sure. We're going to get a quick Ben Ferguson word. Wow, Ben Ferguson. We are back. Yesterday we talked of street fighting, and today are you feeling some of that street fight energy within you?
I think I am just going to street fight Nick Baden for sure. I think the one way that will just like really assure me beating him would just be take him out now before the contest.
Yeah, super smart, super wise. As you get into here, are you going to show everyone what you're working with in practice, or are you holding on to some secret weapons?
I got secret weapons, so many of them.
More secret weapons than he knows how to count. This has been Last Resort Live, first show of the day. We've just wrapped, or we are currently wrapping, women's modified pipe. We're going to get Eric's camera on the sticks and a still shot. This top view is one you don't get to see on the broadcast. Last Resort, once again, your behind-the-scenes look at the US Open. We're going to come back for show 2, men's modified pipe, with some of the riders we've just talked to. Stay tuned. Check back in then. Eric, get that thing off your shoulders.